Hey everyone, happy last several hours of summer. It's weather for Weather Geeks time. Summer in its final hours. 10:40 something tonight?
10:29.
10:29 tonight is when autumn begins, but of course you step outside today and it feels like late October out there today. I just walked in from outside and it's in the mid 50s and it's cloudy and what a change over the last couple of days. Saturday we had a pretty warm day, but actually got even a little warmer yesterday due to some bonus sunshine. Got up to 79 before a cold front came through yesterday. Thankfully, that front came through fairly uneventful, especially in the morning. We had a couple of showers, but not much was around for the afternoon.
Right. And in the evening, we had another light round that came through Western Trumbull and Mahoning, but it was, they were out of here really quick. We didn't have much to deal with that at all, and then we dried up. So.
And if you saw raindrops yesterday, that may be the last time you see raindrops for quite some time. We'll talk about the long range in just a second. It looks remarkably dry. But in the meantime, since autumn does officially begin tonight, wanted to take a quick look at what the sun is doing here around the equinox. One of the myths about the equinox is that this is the day that there's 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night. Well, actually, it doesn't quite work out that way. As you can see on our sunrise-sunset table, today's the 22nd. Sunrise was at 7:10. Sunset's at 7:20, and there's 12 hours and almost 10 minutes worth of daylight today. The closest we get to exactly 12 is in a couple of days. On the 25th, we have 12 minutes and 1 second. Then the following day, 11 hours and 58 seconds of daylight those days. The reason for that lag, it has to do with how we actually measure the sunrise and sunset. And for a little more detail on that, I shared something on Facebook and Twitter a couple of hours ago that colleague Brad Panovich, another Ohio State graduate, he's down at WCNC in Charlotte. He's got a great weather blog, and he explained really nicely why the lag is there. It has to do with how we measure sunrises and sunsets. So check that out on my Facebook or Twitter page. It's a nice read. It's a quick read, and it's pretty easy to digest. So I recommend you checking that out as we approach autumn this evening. All right, here's what's going on. We're stuck in the clouds. The back edge of the clouds is flirting with Cleveland. It's gotten through Mansfield. It's gotten through Columbus. Down in Columbus, it's bright and sunny and beautiful this afternoon. But no matter where it is, if it's cloudy or sunny, it's not all that warm out here. The temperatures this afternoon here in the 2 o'clock hour, 54, that's it in Youngstown. They're approaching 60 in Columbus despite full sun. That's still way below average. Same idea back in Cincinnati. And we might rise a couple of degrees this afternoon, Mike, but these temperatures may not be far from our highs this afternoon. This is our coolest day since mid-May. Wow. So it's been about 4 months since we've had a day that has been this cool as far as the high temperature. And tonight, what do we have, upper 30s?
Upper 30s, yeah. 39 was what I went with at noon, and it's looking like that because by that point, all the clouds will be gone, and it'll help us stay even cooler.
That's right. Any heat that is being, it's oversimplifying a bit, but clouds can tend to trap outgoing radiation, and once those clouds clear, the radiation can go back out into space, and that allows the temperature to drop. You often hear clouds act as a blanket, and that's a little oversimplified, but it is the general right idea that clouds tend to keep a little bit of a blanket over us at night, and typically our coldest nights are clear nights as opposed to cloudy nights. So as this clearing works in, it's going to turn pretty chilly tonight. Overall, the nation is real quiet this afternoon. A couple of showers along our front that came through here yesterday down in the southeast. Look at the difference on either side of the front down here in the south. It's summer in southeastern Georgia, close to 90, and then up around where it's raining up here in north central Georgia, it's in the upper 60s. So that's quite a change on either side of the front. Some showers down in Florida this afternoon and a few showers out west. So yeah, not much going on out there across the country for today. Gonna skip the usual routine here, showing you a computer model for the next 7 days because, Mike, there's nothing to show.
Nothing for a long time.
Exactly. Basically, the idea is high pressure is going to set up camp over the eastern U.S. and keep us high and dry for at least the next 7 days. It's actually possible that we stay dry for another 9, 10, 11 days. Some models even have it dry for almost 2 weeks. And we're going to look up some stats after this as to how long, what's the longest stretch on record for dry days here in Youngstown. You got to think 2 weeks would be kind of getting close to the record. But let's talk about temperatures in the long range, because not only is it going to be dry, it's really going to start to warm up. Tomorrow, after a chilly start, we'll get into the upper 60s. And then we'll climb through the 70s for the rest of the week. This is the GFS Ensemble model forecast from last night. We probably peak towards the end of this week or into the weekend. in the upper 70s, maybe 80. And then after that, the model does have a subtle cool down, but I'm not sure if I actually buy this just yet. I could see where we actually stay in the 70s for a lot of next week, heading into the first part of October. So after today, there's no abnormal chill in sight. In fact, abnormal warmth is going to be kind of the overall idea for the forecast as we head into October. So that's a quick weather for Weather Geeks, Mike, and not much else to talk about today, is there?
Oh, no, and it's going to be that way for a while, it seems.
Looks that way. So enjoy this quiet stretch of weather we've got coming up. You're really going to like the rest of our forecast once we're done with a cloudy and cool day today. It's just going to be spectacular outside tomorrow through the end of the week, into the weekend, and perhaps well into next week as well. So thanks for watching today. You can catch Mike on Facebook and Twitter, and you can catch me there as well, and you can catch me tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11.